Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, ArchieLuxury.
Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while and I didn't have the courage. What is the topic of today's video? Okay guys, I'm gonna say it and I gotta tell you, man, this is the way it is. It is the way, this is the reality of life in the Western world. Okay, guys, Seiko is for losers. Seiko is for losers. That's right, guys. I gotta tell you, man, I'm sorry. I didn't want to make this vid, but it's true. Seiko is for losers. You see, when you're a watch collector, it's all about the snobbery, the exclusiveness, the price you pay. It's all about the snobbery. And see, Seiko is just so affordable. And I've got to be completely frank with you. Seiko really does rate incredibly well. The analytics tells you that Seiko is a gold mine. It is an absolute gold mine. But would you sell your soul? Would you sell your soul to buy a Seiko? No, I wouldn't do it, fuckers. I wouldn't do it. And I gotta be honest with you, man. I gotta be honest with you. There's a lot of liars on the tubes. There's people out there who will do things for ratings. And it's the harsh reality that we live in. But I gotta be honest with you, man. Seiko's for losers. It's for losers. That's correct. If you can't afford a decent watch, you buy Seiko. And I've always despised the brand. You know, I've kind of, Seiko's a good brand to have if you're in high school. If you are under 20, it's a great brand to have. But later on, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your fucking time. You've got to go Swiss watch. Swiss watch. That's what you got to go. And, I mean, look, there's some really nice Seiko models there. Yeah. There will always be a need for Seikos. You'll have gardeners. You have, security guards. You have Uber drivers. You have many occasions where even me, I've worn Seiko. I've worn Seiko. And, you know, I've got to be completely frank with you. The Grand Seikos, they make some very nice pieces. Very, very quality, high-end pieces. But let's be completely frank and honest. You would have to be an absolute fucking moron to go for a quartz Seiko over a Rolex sports watch. You would have to have absolute fucking rocks in your noggin. There is no reason in earth you would be that foolish to go for a Seiko, Grand Seiko, instead of buying a Rolex. The only reason you would do it is Google Analytics. That's right. You are market driven. You're driven by what the market demands. And this is the whole thing. I want to call out some phonies. Rodent 2.0 recently bought a GMT Grand Seiko quartz. Ooh. The quartz ship has sailed. I've owned a few quartz. I had a quartz Patek, multiple quartz Pateks. I've had a Cartier Tank Rancé chronograph, the Mecha Quartz. Don't go there. Don't go quartz. Don't go quartz. It sucks. No heart, no soul. It's a waste of fucking time. Now, I've got to tell you, man. I got to tell you, the whole thing is, in a nuclear blast, the chip will pop in a nuclear blast. So I'd be wearing a mechanical watch. See, they're not succumb to nuclear explosions. And the way the world is now, it could be coming any day. See, when this big government and big brother steps out, they're going to pop the crystals, and mechanical watches are the only ways of telling time. This is what's going to happen, man. This is the reality. So I've got to be completely frank with you. Seiko itself, they make a nice watch. They're a good watch. But they're not for winners. They're not for alpha males. They're for beta soys. And the reality is, man, you buy a Seiko, you're a bit of a loser. You're a bit of a loser. Now, I know I've done loser jobs. I've driven taxis at times. It was hard. It was hard. I've been unemployed. I've done so many jobs. But the thing is, you can still wear Rolex or Patek Philippe even when you're in a less statusy job. I've done it myself. You don't need to explain. You need to have a bit of pride in yourself. If you sell yourself out to the lowest common denominator, it's a Seiko. It's a Seiko. The only thing worse than a Seiko would be a Casio or a G-Shock. Then you're just nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's not Seiko. You've got to buy a Swiss watch brand. It's all about the snobbery. Seiko is for losers. Seiko is for losers. I'm sorry to make this vid. I didn't want to do it. It was controversial. Didn't want to do it. Seiko is for losers. There's no one in this planet who would seriously buy a quartz Grand Seiko over a Rolex Explorer 2. That is the most ridiculous hypothesis I've ever heard in my life. You just don't do it. You don't do it, man. It's just not sensible. It's stupidity. And I've got to be completely frank and honest with you. Seiko makes a good watch for kids in high school. The only reason I've sort of supported them is to stop the burglars. Burglars, you know, they just, it's just the reality, man. It's the reality. I've got to tell you, this is the honest truth. They are unimaginative, boring watches. Do you want the best value for money, best bang per buck? No, we want snobbery. We want snobbery. This is what you want. And I mean, you'd have to have absolute rocks in your head to, you've got to be delusional. Life is not about buying the cheapest, the nastiest option on the planet. If it was, we'd all be driving white Kias and working for government. Life is not about buying the cheapest steak. Buy liver. Liver and chuck steak, fuckers. It's not about that. It's about, life is about savoring the good times, the moments. Do you want to have a Seiko on your wrist, or do you want something incredible? Something Swiss, fuckers. The Swiss. Like this Zenith. El Primero. The first. High beat. Column wheel automatic. That's right. I'm sorry to say this to you, but Seiko is for losers. You get to a certain age, you've got to pull out of the swamp. Get your fucking ass out of the swamp. Seiko is for losers. And I gotta be honest with you, Grand Seiko makes some very fine stuff, but it's not Rolex level. It's not Rolex level. Okay? It's not Rolex level. And the same thing applies to cars. You can see Scotty Kilmer. Scotty Kilmer says the most reliable luxury car is a Lexus. That's like a Grand Seiko. I still want my Beamer or my Mercedes or my Audi. I do, because I'm a Euro snob. I'll take the Euro trash any day of the week. And this is the problem, see? Those Japanese, they're very clever little fuckers. They're very clever. They are incredible. Attention to detail is amazing. However, innovation and creativity are lacking. And wristwatches, it's all about the snobbery. The snobbery. It's got to be unaffordable. It's got to be painful. It's got to hurt. These characteristics aren't in line with Seiko ethos. So guys, I wanted to make this video. Seiko's for losers. I want to hear what you say. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I've changed medication. The lithium's not kicking in, fuckers. So guys, like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead Seiko wearing friends, and you put some nasty comments down below. Seiko for losers. Tell me what you think. I'm Paul Pluta. I'm the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you guys think of that. Cut. I don't mind the Grand Seiko. I mean, they're not as bad, but I gotta tell you, that fucking little rodent, he's gone and bought a quartz. Quartz should never be in the league as a mechanical watch. Quartz, first nuclear explosion, and it's fucked us.
Oh. Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
Hey guys, it's Paul Pluta. I'm the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III. Guys, I want to have a quick talk to you. Do you need to sell a wristwatch? Do you want to sell a piece for reinvestment? Do you have too many watches? Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that my good friends at Sydney and Brisbane Vintage Watch Co. are looking for quality wristwatches for their store. Now, Ronnie has instructed me to tell you guys that he is paying more than other dealers. That's correct. He pays top prices for quality pieces. So guys, if you've got a Rolex you want to sell, or a Patek, or anything, you want to sell a wristwatch, give the guys at Vintage Sydney, it's Vintage Watch Co. Give them a call. That's right, guys. They're paying good prices. They've always been very, very fair to me. And I got to tell you, they are nice people to do business with. I'm just trying to find their card here. Where the hell did I put it? Look, ask for Ronnie in Brisbane, or Philip in Sydney. That's correct. They will look after you. Tell them Archie sent you. That's right. Tell them Archie sent you. They're paying top prices. That's correct. Brisbane and Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Your premium place to sell watches. Tell me, guys, this is for you. Tell them Archie sent you, and they will give you extra keen pricing.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for Archie Luxury AC3, the Pontiff, Satan Deville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with Archie Luxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let dogs be dogs. Available in bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, Archie Luxury. He's not just a figment of your imagination.